Roblox Doors does have many interesting secrets and facts when it comes to the game's story, or even just the physical appearance. But the deeper we go into the game's structure, the more weirder things tend to get. These are the 10 weirdest secrets about Roblox Doors. Smash like if you want more, and let's truly find out what the game is hiding from us. Number 1. One thing that is often overlooked is the physical appearances of the Doors entities themselves. More specifically, we have to take a peek at both Screech and Seek. Notice anything familiar with both of their looks? Yeah, both entities are made up of the same covered slime that can be found from Seek's rising puddle animation. Even the Doors wiki states that this could actually hint at a connection between both of the entities. Related or not, do expect a major discovery between them both, possibly as soon as the next update for the game. Number 2, whenever players start up a game of Doors within the lobby, they often overlook what the in-game time usually is. Many players, including the wiki, thinks that the game always starts at midnight or 4 AM, but this is actually incorrect. Once we spawn into the hotel, we can notice that the time every single time on the clock reads 00:43 AM. It's not exactly midnight, but it's sure as heck not 4 AM as well. This is actually true for public servers and also VIP servers alike, and though this might be viewed as pointless, why would the time of the game always start within a specific time frame? Again, it's something perhaps we'd know in a future update. Number 3, this is more of a technical Roblox fact, but roughly each room within the rooms is about 200 studs long, which is the standard unit of measurement within the Roblox world. Usually when it comes to the platform's engine, the farther a player is from the spawn of origin, the buggier and glitchier the game can feel. And we can actually see this happen with Doors as well. While reaching closer and closer to room 1000, many players have found their own character models glitching out from simply shaking and appearing glitchy to even completely bugging out for no apparent reason at all. Unfortunately, it is a bug that is beyond the developer's grasps, but an interesting yet weird fact when it comes to the structural integrity of the rooms themselves. Number 4, in the past, the electrical room locked door would only work with its designated electrical room key. Lockpicks would not work on this door as a small cancel icon would appear on the player's user interface. But as of the Doors Hotel Plus update, many speedrunners within the community can be found using small lockpicks on this door. And apparently, this must have not been by mistake as well. The game has updated multiple times since the Hotel Plus update, and this trick is still within the game. So not only is it a good way to escape the figure when they start chasing players down, but you can actually completely bypass the need to hunt down the electrical key altogether. Number 5, recently there's been multiple reports of the guiding light to spawn in the message saying, "Die to Spider," and it has led to a major conversational piece over on Twitter, gathering the attention from not only Think Noodles, a large horror games channel, but also Redibles, one of the co-developers for Doors as well. Even though Timothy is known to never cause game overs within the game, there are currently only 2 ways in order for this event to occur. The first way is to get damaged by Timothy and then encounter a bug where you die to something that isn't a known entity. Timothy would have been the last official entity that the game recognized as dealing damage to the player and would officially grant you that message. The second way is to encounter Timothy multiple times at once that the game wouldn't be able to register your health in time, causing the immediate death of the player. This actually happened to Creekcraft a while ago, running into multiple Timothys at once, causing this very instance. So though the harmless spider can't actually kill you by itself, along with other parameters, it is possible to have the guiding light bring it up during the game over screen. Number 6, whenever you mention the entities within Roblox Doors, you almost always can relate to them having a matching achievement. But this was actually pretty interesting when we found out. Out of all the damage dealing entities within the game, only Snare is left alone without an achievement tied to it. You can literally go through all of the achievements for the game and not find a single achievement that is correlated to the entity. It's unknown why the developers decide to leave Snare without an achievement, but at least the entity doesn't oof you whenever you try to stop on top of it. So, at least that's good news. Number 7, again, it's a small event that is often overlooked, but whenever the library cutscene happens when approaching room 50 in the hotel, the figure does their normal entrance. That's not anything special. But what is strange is when the lamp falls to the ground and figure is then distracted by the sound dashing towards it. Afterwards, players can find blue sparkles being emitted from the lamp on the ground, which does connect it to the guiding light. Did the guiding light save the player from figure initially by providing that small distraction? Sources do seem to confirm that just from the cutscene alone, which means the guiding light could be more powerful than we all initially thought. Number 8, previously before the latest Hotel Plus update, the figure would have been known to emit a strange light within its mouth whenever it warred. We did previously talk about this phenomenon being linked to echolocation within the sound itself, and that the light may have been a unique feature that the entity was formed with. But after the update, this distinctive feature was changed in the newly animated cutscenes. We're not sure why it was removed from the entity, but perhaps it could be a feature to be used in a future update. Something to do with the figure roaming around within a dark room? It's all possibilities in here. Number 9, figure may have actually locked themselves within a library, and for good reason as well. With all of the festering meat presumably being linked to the formation of the entity, and with El Goblino mentioning that they saw figure roaming past the shop, it explains why the festering meat is only found beyond door 50, and ultimately could be the reason why the entity was locked within the library in the first place. It was even confirmed by browsers that the scratches after the shop was implied that figure was the entity that made them, not, El Goblino. I wonder who came up with that silly theory. Number 10, you notice the bridge that is shown within room A-1000 in the rooms? Doesn't it look oddly familiar to the bridge that is showcased within the main lobby? Well, with the help of the classified doors files, you can notice how the bridge ultimately tapers off into the void of the darkness. It could be assumed that this may be the same bridge that is then led directly to the main lobby of the hotel, though it is not 100% confirmed. But what do you guys think about some of these facts? Let's talk about it down below, and take care.